The sun has gone down and the mercury going down as well. To be expected, I guess, here on an autumn night just outside of D.C. at FedEx Field.
They love their football in this part of the country, and this crowd is ready to go as their guys will match up
with the Denver Broncos. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. The first carry for the Memphis man, Antonio Gibson.
And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Shotgun handoff to Gibson.
And he'll push his way forward to about the 32.
This defense for the Broncos, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun, Morris
winds up and lets it go for Samuel.
And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared, but I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Locke's throw into the hands of Fan.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
On 1st down, Locke. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Now a handoff here to his running back. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Here's Locke.
This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Locke. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Well, a shaky start for both quarterbacks now. We had the interception on the opening drive, and now they throw it right back to him.
So does that mean we're really kind of starting from the beginning, Brandon, right? Both of them have done it, so we kind of start from scratch. Looks to me like both of these defenses have done their homework, and they're executing quite well.
No room to be had there on the 1st down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Morris. Forced out to his left. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So they will tread backward on the holding penalty.
And I know that they're going to get coached up and they'll get yelled at a little bit, but let's face it, it is hard not to do at the speed and pace that they play.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. Back to throw. Morris. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. Now Morris to throw on 3rd down.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Taking it about the 1.
And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter.
Picked off by Pat Surtain.
And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
Give them a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Throwing now is Locke. His throw incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. They look to throw. It's Locke.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy.
And all the way home for a Bronco score.
Jerry Judy
with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. A give to Gibson running right. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. They'll run with Gibson. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. The corner, Ronald Darby, comes up to get him. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. A handoff for Gibson. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Looking to throw. Morris. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
This to McLaurin out on the left side. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Back to throw again. And he wisely will throw that one away. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Again, he'll drop to throw. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the first down. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
They'll go. It's Gibson.
And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there.
Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out.
And the Broncos will take over on downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Block now on first down. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great effort there, with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Broncos will extend their lead. McManus's point after is good, and that makes the score 21-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up third down.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Throw right side, taken in by Gibson.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. Dancing away at the 35.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Fights loose, and a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Working with 2nd and 5 now.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Locke going to try and throw on 3rd down. He's got his tight end Fant. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
Throwing on first down is Locke. He'll go up top here for Hamler.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And all the way home for a Broncos score.
K.J. Hamler
with touchdown number 23 here on the year.
And the Broncos are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 28-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute, I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to the psychology of the game at times, isn't there? How much better would they feel running into the locker room, as you noted, with something on the board in a positive fashion? You're exactly right. It's a great opportunity to get that done.
Now a play fake here on first down. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked off by Pat Surtain.
And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ball game.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going?
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jesse Bates. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Morris slings this deep from McLaurin. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Pat Surtain.
Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
He'll go up top here for Hamler.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off with great anticipation.
And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
A final shot before break. Morris. And some room to roam now. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out.
And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they get the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
Locke's throw there, complete to Hamler.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
To throw it is Locke. This is the tight end Fant. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good.
I know I spend a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Locke going to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 37.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with third down coming up. Going to give this time to the tailback. And they can't bring him down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great play there. His second touchdown of the night. And the Broncos open the lead up to 34-0. McManus's point after is good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need. And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Pat Surtain.
The young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Come on, watch 10, watch 10. We got double tight. 26 Mike. Pick me up.
On 2nd and 9, Locke. That's caught over the middle by Fant. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop it right around the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Block now to throw. Left side here, that's the tight end, Fant. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
Take four.
Here's Locke to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Well, there certainly was a lot going on that play. Every option in the end zone covered. No place to go with the ball. Had to swing it out to the back. A good job running and getting him tackled in the open field.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw. A gain of 6 there on 1st. From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. Here's a give to Gibson, pushing through the contact. 44 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key 1st downs and big runs.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Morris now, off the play fake. Morris fighting. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week. He's smiling. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there. And he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
Morris looking to throw on second. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Washington on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Michael O.J. Mudia. And the Broncos will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth-quarter lead. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. On play action, Locke. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. Touchdown! Noah Fant with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Broncos are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth-quarter advantage. Extra point from McManus is good, and that will extend this big lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
To throw is Morris on first down. This one left side caught by Gibson. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big play there on the screen pass. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Morris. He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. On second down now, it's Gibson, and he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block, it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Off play action, Morris. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
Too many zeros on the stat sheet thus far. No touchdown passes, no points for his team, but he remains undaunted. Still attempting to get his team on the scoreboard, firing the ball downfield.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Hey, Mike's 42. Mike's 7 Just like that. Just like that. Mike's 4-2. Mike's 4-2.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And, oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Michael Ojemudia. And the Broncos are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go.
26, Mike. 26.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
103 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Broncos, it's a big win here as they move to 11-4 now on the year. And they will be at home for one next week against the Las Vegas Raiders. Meanwhile, for Washington, their playoff hopes take a big hit as they fall to 8-7. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles.